Well, Brendan's had to stew over the fact he let Wes off that last leg. He should be up 4-1 as a course, and he's just going to have to shake that off. Now he can get on the board and make something happen again, but he had to wait that whole time. He wouldn't be happy. Wes, on the other hand, is probably feeling pretty good.
They feel a touch better after that as well. If Dolan wins this event, he could go up to number 13 in the world. If Wes wins it, he will stay 5th in the world. But just, only just, but he'll be challenging Gary Anderson for the top 4. And he will know that the top 4 guarantees you a place in the Premier League.
96.
Interestingly as well, out of the semi-finalists, there's only one player who isn't guaranteed a spot at the Grand Slam of Darts in November at Wolverhampton. Big, big tournament. Kim Huybrechts doesn't have his name on the list at the moment, but if he gets through to the final, he also gets a spot at the Grand Slam. There's a lot riding on tonight's action.
There certainly is, and there's a lot of players that are already in the Grand Slam that wouldn't want to see him land in their group at that event where it's a bit of a round-robin affair.
One 4-1. Treble 19. Well, he's still favourite to win the leg now, isn't he?
Yeah, that was a nice job setting up, and Wes, of course, needs 2 triples from 1-3-1.
57.
Double 16 for a 13 darter. It was double 8 that beat Phil Taylor. Double 8 does it again for the Irishman. 4-2 he leads, still with that break of throw.
55.
Not the start Wes wanted. Getting back in a bit of trouble again.
Pace of the game. Perfect for Dolan, not so for Newton.
59.
Got to adjust.
Yeah, I think he can make the adjustments. I'm impressed. I think he's matured a lot, and he's maturing a lot as we speak, and dealing with factors that put off just the regular fast-paced game. Takes a lot of character to stand up there and not get distracted by the pace. Also physically, if you're used to throwing every 20, 30 seconds, it can make a difference in your arm even.
100.
Again, great last dart from Brendan Dolan. He'll have to switch.
97.
Important last dart for Wes Newton too. Newton, the highest seed, left in this tournament, seeded 4 in the absence of Gary Anderson.
100.
You can't fail to be impressed, John, with the way that Dolan just goes about his business. Nothing seems to bother him, and
140.
he's one of those players who works really, really hard at his game and deserves everything that he gets out of the sport of darts.
Well, I think they both are. I think all of our semi-finalists are credits to the game and their effort, their work ethic.
Yep. He'll be back for double 8. As a hush descends on the sports halle here in Mulheim. They got long odds at the start of the week that we get to the semi-finals with no Taylor, Barneveld, Lewis, Wade. Good dart from Newton, good hold. 4-3 it is. 11 is the magic number.
58.
No world champion either.
No.
First round, had the first of the shock casualties this time.
140.
You want to get involved on Twitter, you can. Tell us who you think will win. Only 45 from Dolan, so Newton here, this is his moment, this is his chance to get that breaker throw back, isn't it?
And a lovely first dart and second.
If he loses this leg from here, it will weigh heavily on his mind. Great darts from Newton.
And we see the 150th 180 of the tournament. Fantastic tournament stats.
And we've seen 7 already in this match.
Well, Wes better not get carried away or he'll bust. Yeah, had to switch off there at 181. You can't leave one, that is a bust.
I seem to remember we saw that happen not so long ago. I think it was at the Alexandra Palace. Someone bust, hitting a maximum.
100. Where's your required 46?
Steve Farmer, that's it. Double 10.
36.
Well, where's
Brendan
Newton?
will require 180.
And this is the sort of outshot
big
here.
misses.
The Dolan, he'll take his time over it, and if he makes it, it'll be excruciating for Wes, not only in the fact that he's lost a leg, but
Yep.
in the time he's going to have to wait to see it.
Oh, and he's going to have to endure. He can't look. He's not looking. He's looking everywhere but the board.
98.
Huge
Where's your
relief.
required 10?
He's already missed 2 darts. This for a level game. This to break back.
Game show.
Made that double 5 look easy. It really isn't.
Really, really good dart. Aggressive, wasn't it? Went straight for it. No messing. 4 all. Yeah, thanks for the word in the air, but yeah, Steve Farmer. He hit a maximum and bust his score at the Ali Pally.
I hope he wasn't under 100 to start. What would you be on? I guess you'd be on 180.
Have you ever done that?
And you'd go for the 20 to leave tops.
Yeah.
And just catch the other flights perhaps and go down and in. Quite possible.
120.
Unlucky. Unlucky. What's the biggest score you've ever bust in competition?
I can't remember. I really can't. I would say though that something you might do in an exhibition match where you're on 181 and you bust it on purpose and see if you can how many times you can bust it before you need to go for the double.
100.
Wow. We'll just wait to see whether the camera's going to nod or go from left to right.
60.
Only 60. This could potentially be a 3rd consecutive leg here for Wes Newton. Brilliant dart, really was.
Yeah. It's Dolan way behind. I feel it's too late for pressure. Newton catching fire here. 44. You'll want to get it in 2. Just for some momentum. Double top.
Game
There it is.
He's ahead, Wes Newton, for the first time since the opening leg, but crucially for him, he's won 3 on the spin. All of a sudden, the pressure now back onto Brendan Dolan.
And he's playing a little faster, too. He's starting to feel the pressure, I think.
140.
It's working. He can play faster, too. But if Dolan falls into the trap of keeping this little quicker pace up, It'll only suit Newton. Good averages, as we see, in the high 90s.
100.
Not much to complain about if you're a player, if you're above 95. We all like the three-figure averages, but still, you figure you're getting the job done normally in the high 90s.
Is it right when you won your first world title back at the Lakeside 17, 18 years ago, your average was low 90s?
I think it was 80s even in the final, yeah.
100.
It was just a matter of winning legs, you know. Averages in the 90s back then were not as common at all. Nowadays, if you're not in the 90s, you're thinking, I'm going to lose the match for sure.
Brendan, you require 161.
Now, this is your equation here. Does he go for it or not?
Well, he's down a leg. I think he'll try and go for it. He won't be able to, but I think if you get the crowd on your side by hitting a big shot like that, it's important, especially in this venue where it's probably pretty equal to support both ways.
120.
So double 12 for Dolan for 5 all.
24.
First semi-final of the European Championship. So that's the perfect marker. It had to be, didn't it? Had to go.
It was a good one.
Did. 5 all then. As close as we thought it would be. 11 legs will earn you a place in the final. It's going to be close over the next half hour or so. 5 apiece between Dolan and Newton.